6 Sports presents the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter 30th Anniversary.
Rivalry night here on the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter. Hello and welcome to week 2 of the high school football season. And as always, we thank you for spending your Friday night with us. I'm Audrey Dahlgren.
And I'm Nick Mantis. Last year, Holt and Mason renewed their Cedar Street rivalry, and it meant a lot to both communities to bring it back.
Yeah, it originated in 1950, and the photo you see right there is of former Mason athletic director Bob Cohn and Holt's coach at the time. What a classic.
Gotta love it. Well, the Cedar Street rivalry is always a classic, and the trophy was on full display for tonight's showdown. Holt looking to make sure it stays at Michael Smith Memorial Stadium for another year, but Mason was in full control when we got there at halftime, already up 21-6. The run game wasn't working for Holt, so Seneca Moore airs it out, looking deep downfield for Ryan Davis, who falls down with it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion didn't work, so now it's a 21-12 game. But the Bulldogs answered right back. Wildcat formation. Derek Badgley gets some help from his big offensive line to shove his way in for the 1-yard touchdown. Then in the fourth quarter, with 6 minutes to play on 4th and 6, Kaysen Carswell finds Badgley, who makes a defender miss and strolls in for the dagger as the Bulldogs win the Cedar Street rivalry for the first time since 1976. 35-12 the final, and head coach Gary Houghton was just pumped for his players.
Not only is it really exciting, but I would say a majority of our coaches weren't even born the last time this trophy was in Mason. And these kids are slowly learning about this rivalry because it didn't exist during their lifetime until last year. So that's really exciting.
After seeing them celebrate on our field last year, it's like a revenge tour almost. Like, we got to come back and we got to get them this year. And we did our job. Everyone played great.
Well, as Gary likes to say, how about them Bulldogs? So we could have had 2 big games tonight because Portland was on the road at DeWitt.
Yeah, the Red Raiders broke the Panthers' hearts last season. Remember when Ethan Patrick called in the game-winning touchdown with 22 seconds left on the clock to help Portland win it? Well, this year's meeting was just as intense, and it's why we're bringing in our Ian Kress and Haley Schoengart now. E, you witnessed this one with your 2 eyes.
Hey guys, yeah, I was lucky enough to witness Portland's thrilling win over DeWitt last season, and the same can be said this year as we had some deja vu on hand between 2 of Mid-Michigan's powerhouses.
And it should be expected considering DeWitt is ranked number 2 in Division 3 and Portland is number 4 in Division 5.
Yeah, before we get to the highlights, we got to check out DeWitt's brand new turf field. As the kids say, it is lit. The Panthers had a multi-million community bond passed last year to make it happen, and the 2 teams made sure to break it in the right way. The Zim Zone is certainly back and was treated to a wild first half that saw the Raiders score 15 unanswered points to tie things at 27 at the break. So in the third quarter, Reese Baker puts DeWitt back on top with a 2-yard rushing touchdown, but the extra point was blocked, so the Panthers only go up by 6. The score stayed that way up until the 1-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and that's when Drew Miller scores from 22 yards out, and it appears Portland has done it again against DeWitt. The extra point this time was good for the Raiders, and they now take a 1-point lead. But do not count out those Rob Zimmerman Panthers, as sophomore Elliott Larner, well, he's going to receive the pitch and throw a dot to Bryce Kearns, and his signature spin move leads to the go-ahead touchdown with 14.3 seconds remaining. DeWitt wins a thriller 39-34, and there was no shot they were walking off the field tonight with an L.
It's crazy, man. It just shows how much heart we have because we only had a minute left to go full field, so we could have quit in that moment, but we decided we're finishing this game. On our new turf, we didn't want to lose. We wanted this to be our first win.
I told them at halftime, I said, DeWitt wins games like this. I mean, it was tied, and we let them back in the game, and I said, these are the kind of games that we win, and I certainly will always remember this one, that's for sure.
Well, it's hard to believe it's only been a week since Hazlitt's Nakai Amakri turned on the burners at the Big House and returned it 95 yards on the opening kick against DeWitt.
Yeah, it's a big reason why Michigan State football has invited him to attend tomorrow's season opener against Western Michigan. And his younger bro, Corey, will also be joining him on the sideline. Before partaking in the fun tomorrow, though, in EL, the Vikings had to take care of business tonight against Okemos in the Meridian Bowl, and it didn't take them long to find the end zone. First quarter, Isaac Pavona with the give and go to Nakai, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Yeah, buddy, that's a touchdown for the early 7-0 lead. Then a minute and a half later, Pavona airs it out to D'Angelo Fitzpatrick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 14-0 Hazlitt, and the Vikes just kept pouring it on. Pavona nearly got us like he got the Wolves with his trickery, but there he is, keeping it for himself for the 29-yard score, one of his 2 rushing touchdowns of the night. And well, this was the cherry on top of the sundae. Nakai receives the punt anyways, no time, taking it to the house for the 55-yard return.
Bye-bye.
Look at the high five with his bro Corey at the end coming up. Hazlitt tops Okemos 62-0.
That out at Waverly, D.A. Jones and the Warriors were taking on Lansing Sexton and looking to improve to 2-0 for the first time since 2002. After a scoreless first quarter, Waverly punting from its own end zone, and Sexton was all over it. Diamore Andrews blocks it, and his teammates pounce on it for the touchdown. But then on the ensuing kickoff, Martavion Robinson hits the hole, and he goes full steam ahead. But check this out. A photographer, a.k.a. me, had to do a little hop and a skip to get out of the way so Robinson could do his thing. 85 yards to the house. The Warriors take down Lansing Sexton 33-16 to advance to 2-0 and its best start in 20 years. Oh, it's time for us to take one more water break, and you don't want to go far because of what we got next on the docket.
Oh yeah, right after losing to Lansing Sexton last week, Lansing Everett came out with a vengeance tonight when taking on another crosstown rival. Plus, we have the reigning Division 6 champions. Have they been able to put their season opening loss behind them? Find out when the Dean Trailways 5th quarter returns.
High school sports action with the Dean Trailways 5th quarter 30th anniversary. Friday nights at 11:15 on WLNS.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
The great experiences you have in here and even out here all started here. Because the best customer experience always leaves a great impression. GMC, awarded #1 in sales satisfaction by J.D. Power. Step up to GMC with 0% financing on these GMC models. We are professional grade GMC.
If you take Tudor Dixon at her word when it comes to outlawing abortion, she's told us exactly who she is.
Are you for the exemptions for rape and incest?
I am not.
You said no exceptions. But the question would be like a 14-year-old who, let's say, is a victim of abuse by an uncle.
Yeah.
You say carry that.
No exceptions for rape and incest. Or what about health of the mother?
No exception.
Tudor Dixon. That's not acceptable from Michigan.
Numbers fill our lives. They connect us to people.
Happy anniversary.
Well, thank you.
To places.
241 Diner. Remember, 241.
Even our past.
Nothing beats my 350.
And then some connect right to us.
3029. I've been here all my life.
Michigan Lottery Daily 3 and 4 games.
What's your number?
Bonus draws are here. You can win 20% more on the Daily 3 and 4 for a limited time.
Barry Eaton District Health Department wants you to have the facts when it comes to marijuana. Marijuana affects timing, movement, and coordination, which harms athletic performance. Know the facts. Visit knowthemarijuanafacts.com. Brought to you by the Barry Eaton District Health Department.
I'm Alyssa Slotkin, and I approve this message to show you what thousands of jobs created by the new GM plant will look like. Because the next generation of cars should be built here in Michigan. That's why I've focused on bringing supply chains back from overseas and putting taxpayer money towards American companies, not China. But Tom Barrett voted 5 times to stop GM from building their new plant. Thousands of jobs gone.
Your hearing is as unique as your fingerprint. At Advanced Audiology, we conduct diagnostic testing to find the cause of your hearing loss and provide customized solutions that work for you.
Hearing starts here at Advanced Audiology.
Welcome back to the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. Fresh off a season-opening loss to Waverly, Lansing Catholic was eyeing its first win of the season, and it certainly wasn't going to be an easy one.
Yeah, the reigning champs in Division 6 welcomed in Williamston tonight, and the Hornets were seeking revenge after falling to the Cougars last season. The Lansing Catholic student section was hyped for this showdown on the gridiron, but that cheering from the Cougars quickly faded, all thanks to this guy. Senior quarterback Alex Petersburg, he gets it done himself to extend the Williamston lead to 14. The Hornets offense was unstoppable tonight, but have no fear. The defense showed up with their war paint on too. Lansing Catholic in scoring position, and guess whose hands it finds? Noah Dunkel for the INT. The Cougars were all gas, no brakes. They finally got the revenge they so desperately wanted. They shut out Lansing Catholic 22-0. The blood was pumping on the sidelines, but coach, your guys sure knew how to cool you off.
12 years, been a long time. How does it feel? I mean, what are your emotions right now? Talk me through what you're feeling.
I just love these guys, what they've done in practice every day, come together as a brotherhood. It's been an amazing start. I mean, it was a struggle a little bit tonight, but our kids came through.
And just a few miles down the road, Lansing Everett welcomed in rival Lansing Eastern. And let me tell you, both of these teams were hungry to put a notch in that win column. Game is scoreless until Nijay Davidson finds a hole. He dives into the end zone for 6. He's going to get up and tell the Quakers how he really feels with that. Moving to the 4th now. Davidson in the backfield again, and he hands it off to Benny Davidson. And boy, did Benny turn his jets on. He hops over defender and shook 2 more off. He'll find his way to hit the pylon. Lansing Everett gets their record even tonight. They top Lansing Eastern 17-0.
Yeah, nice for Benny and the Jets. Well, turning our attention over to the CMAC now, where Pewamo Westphalia was able to get its first win of the season tonight against Lanesburg, 28-21.
And that's a big one for the Pirates after their Week 1 loss to Redford Union. And staying in the same conference, our next matchup features 2 schools who only got 2 wins last season. Both Bath and Potterville looking to turn the tides of their program, and the Bees are coming off a big win in Week 1 over Mount Morris, while Potterville and head coach Dave Matthews suffered a heartbreaking loss to East Jackson and a torn ACL to starting quarterback Spencer Fedewa. Now, a new starter, Braden Morales, was running in the offense with ease and handing it off to Bryce Kaufman, who rumbles in for a 5-yard touchdown. The Vikings got the 2-point conversion to take an 8-0 lead. It's in the locker room at half, but Bath pulls off a stunner, winning it 22-20 in overtime. The Bees are now 2-0 for the first time since 2017. So last week, Jackson Northwest's game, during George Jackson Northwest's game against Eaton Rapids, we overheard Isaiah Haas say that he was going to buy his linemen some donuts, and sure enough, he delivered the goods.
Yeah, the Mounties were back on the field tonight, and they picked up another big win, shutting out Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard 28-0. And it's not the only team from J-Town we kept our eyes on this week. Tonight, Antonio Parker and his Vikings welcomed Grand Ledge to town, and this ended up being a thriller. 4th quarter, Jackson fools our camera and fools the Comets too. Kyson Cooper takes the end around and ties this game up at 21 apiece. And we had to go to overtime where the Vikings would strike first. Amar Harrell gets the handoff and gives Jackson the lead, but Grand Ledge would get a chance to respond. Mason Stocker keeps it himself and plows into the end zone. And you know what? The Comets go for 2. Stocker scrambles and finds a diving Jamison Patton for the game-winning 2-point conversion. How about that? Grand Ledge stuns the Vikings 29-28 the final in OT.
Next up is East Jackson. The Trojans hosting Napoleon. Both teams coming off a Week 1 win and looking to keep the good vibes rolling. Pirates strike first in this one. Bart Loretz pounding it up the middle for the short score. Napoleon in front early. The Trojans looking to respond. Austin Tingley firing it up for Landon Roberts. What a grab. But too much Napoleon tonight. Lorenz adds another touchdown. Napoleon rolls past East Jackson 41-12, the final.
Well, not just because we want to, but because we do have to, it's time for us to take one final break.
Yeah, and when we come back, we're talking all things football. We're going to keep it rolling, but we're going to shift to college.
Yeah, that's right. Michigan State stacking the days, no more, leading to tomorrow's season opener, which means it's time to chop. Or as Audrey likes to say, chop till you drop. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We're watching 6 Sports, sponsored by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Alyssa Slotkin wants more of your money.
Hey, so I'm your bank?
You can bank on Slotkin, raising taxes. Slotkin's tax increases cost everyone, forcing working-class Americans to pay for billions in new taxes. And Slotkin's stuck with her party, backing trillions in spending, wasting COVID relief on ski slopes, golf courses, and a luxury hotel. Higher taxes, wasteful spending. That's Alyssa Slotkin. The NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Work zone crashes are 100% preventable. Work zone safety is 100% everyone's responsibility. Distracted driving accounts for the majority of work zone crashes, injuries, and fatalities.
It was just a quick call.
It was just a short trip.
It was just one drink. It was just a picture.
It was just a glance.
It was just a text.
Just is all it takes.
Are you a referee? Apple, Omaha, illegal substitution, pylon, interception. How many words? Breaking into words. Oh, I knew it. Helmet catch. Stop guessing the helmet catch.
Is it the Caesars Sportsbook app with Caesars rewards where the more you play, the more stuff you earn, and they have fast payouts because Caesar is the man?
Yes! Is that a thing? How is that even possible?
Nice job, Coach.
It's 27 words. Worst clues ever.
That's pretty obvious.
Impossible. Who guesses that? Who was my favorite, Archie? Oh, there you go.
Dish makes TV easy. Now with all of your favorite live TV and streaming apps, all in one place. All right, here we go. Discovery Plus. Because we know how much you appreciate having all you need, all in one place. Streaming and live TV all in one place. Dish, tuned in to you.
At Mapes Furniture, we currently have an incredible selection of recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining room and bedroom sets, and mattresses for immediate delivery. Take advantage of special inventory clearance savings now at Mapes Furniture, the big store in the little town of Sunfield.
Celebrate Wood Expo 2022 at Johnson's Workbench in Charlotte, featuring products from Sawstop, Festool, and Jet, all in stock. Show savings on lumber, plywood, and our famous Expo packs. Enjoy factory reps, demonstrations, and more. It's Wood Expo 2022 at Johnson's in Charlotte.
Welcome back to the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. For the last month, Mel Tucker has been gearing up for tomorrow night's season opening game against Western Michigan. And now there is just one more sleep until the Spartans take the field.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get any sleep because after last year's 11-2 season, we have been speculating as to how the team can improve from last year's run. And when the Spartans run through the smoke tomorrow night, it'll be interesting to see which players have made strides since last season. Peyton Thorne enters his second year as the Spartans starting quarterback, and despite being the team's clear-cut QB1, Thorne and the Spartans are daring themselves to be uncomfortable.
Every week I prepare myself the best I can to go out there and play the best I can and put our team and my teammates in the best position to win. And that's what I'll be doing this year as well. There's no comfort. You can't get comfortable. Anytime you get comfortable, there's no growth.
We've improved a lot, from last year as far as chemistry goes and everything like that. But there's always ups and downs to everything, so I don't think we'll ever get comfortable. But we are working to get better every day.
Well, speaking of tomorrow, MSU will make its traditional Spartan walk from the Kellogg Center to the stadium at 4:50 on Friday. And when they do, you can expect Tucker to be looking clean. The third-year boss man has been labeled the best-dressed college football coach in the country. And he doesn't just grab anything out of his closet.
Everything that I do is with intent. And I think it's important to have a process so that I can stay organized and so I can keep a train on the tracks. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be, specifically, but I'll be clean. I'll be clean.
So we're not going to bet on the game, but what do you think Mel's going to wear tomorrow?
I think that gray suit and whatever it is, it's going to look clean like dish detergent.
Okay.
I'm going to think probably gray, maybe white with a green tie.
You
and
know
some
he's gonna
really
pull out
nice
all the
shoes.
stops.
Yeah.
He's got to pull out all the stops.
There you go.
Yeah, he will pull out all the stops. All right, thanks for being with us tonight. We're back for round 2, another 5th quarter tomorrow. Have a great one.